Alright, I think it's time I get out a couple videos. So this is the finale of Haste. I remember listening to this, playing while listening to, I think it was the Insane Gazebo interview. I think this is his, I'm right, and I'm just saying stuff. This opening is pretty hectic, you know. You gotta avoid that cyber demon really far away, and deal with revenants, and avoid the, well, I just call all of the damage in full lava. I know it's like toxic or whatever. And you gotta avoid the revs, and you gotta get not squished, and you gotta not blow yourself up. A lot to deal with here. So I would say this is the hardest part of the level by a decent margin. Though the next fight is also quite challenging. The finale isn't too bad though. With that said, I did die there. That pinky almost killed me. So now you gotta do this really like precarious movement where you wanna move forward, but also you don't want the cyber to snipe you. My plan for tonight is to do the commentary for a bunch of these. I really don't know if the video quality is better if I just like watch the video and talk over it, or if I watch the demo and talk over it. I think the demo should be better. No, that's stupid. Because the demo, I'm also seeing the video, right? It's just the game is also doing the calculations. But then again, I've never had to buffer a demo. Like, it just plays. I don't know. So this area is hard, but yeah, I timed my shots well so that I could zoom around, get more cells, and then just kind of get around enough of the Hell Knights that I can get through these. And then when you're back here, your movement in terms of escaping is good. And that switch opens up the cyber demons. They're already able to shoot, but now they can approach, which is good because you want them to help. And more importantly, if they're out of their cage, they're easier to kill. So my plan for tonight is to be recording these. I'll play some Wolfenstein. I don't know why I was bothering with SSG here. Like, well, we don't have all day. But whatever. So next fight is a huge number of monsters. My two main concerns are to get good pre-fires, and you actually can't stand too far back before you pre-fire, or else the enemies hear you. And the other thing you gotta do is make sure infighting happens. There's gonna be a huge amount of infighting. But yeah, that pre-fire helps a lot there. You gotta do as much damage to the revs as possible, don't die, and just get that infighting with that cyber. You just need a little bit, and you're good. And the vials, if you get hit, you get blasted off the world, which is bad. I think that's why the window is there. I don't know how I survived this. I didn't even manage to kill the vial. I'm gonna get some cleanup. You know, honestly, there isn't really too much cleanup in this map, which I appreciated. This fight is about the worst it gets. But with the toxic floor, it never becomes completely automatic. It is nice to have the BFG. The big gun. Again, you get hit by these vials, maybe you got a lot of health like I do, but they'll blow me off of the arena in then die. As always, you want to check behind switches. It's a bit of a favorite spot for map makers. That unlocks a secret fight, which isn't that tough, but with all the cybers in there, you know. If I remember correctly, the secret fight is going to have a megasphere and an invuln, so I don't really have a reason to do that yet. But we'll see what I do. I did play this a little while ago now. Just cleaning out the main area at the beginning. Yeah, this is a secret fight. I think I got lucky with that. I got really lucky with that, didn't I? The Baron Fireball just barely hit him. Otherwise, I would have gotten zapped. But now we've got the invuln. So we can easier work with the pain elementals. Yeah, if you don't have the invuln, these pain elementals aren't like the most difficult fight in the world. But you don't really get to use rockets on them anymore, which means you have less BFG for later. Even with the invuln, you don't want to fall in the lava because you can't get out, and you don't want to get in the crushers because then it's harder to like rocket punch. This is such an interesting fight because you gotta get the cyber and then hit them. Because it's not like, oh, you're having them in fight so they can smack each other. So you're having them in fight just so you have an extra second to smack them in the back. Now, if we didn't kill the cyber from the beginning, he would be shooting at us now, which is bad. Well, it would be bad, but we're fine. Ooh, this reminds me of what happens at the end. So there's going to be one kill that I missed. And luckily I knew exactly how many kills I was supposed to have before the exit. So, can you tell me maybe in the comments or just, you know, in your own mind if you choose. Which monster did I miss? Or maybe just what room was it? There's another big fight. This one's crazy. You gotta not get zapped by all the vials, because then they'll blast you off the earth, and you'll be dead, and you'll not be able to escape because you fell off the world. And if you accidentally kill that Mancubus, he turns into a cyber demon. Yeah, we managed to not get zapped too bad. Still alive. Now you want to finish off the vials first, because you can actually kill them much faster than the Mank/Cyber. I guess I can just talk about my Wolf Incentive. It's weird going between Wolf 1 and Wolf 2. By that I mean New Order and New Colossus. I know it's not the first or the second. This New Colossus is much more difficult. The enemies hit harder, they've got way more health, but then at the same time the super soldiers are kinda a joke. Like New Order super soldiers, you're not gonna kill them by just shooting some rifles, you know. You need the laser and maybe even multiple charges. So they're treated like a mini boss. But then in Wolf 2, they're just sort of a normal enemy. As it turns out, when I cleared out a huge chunk of the beginning area, that isn't actually all of it. There's a little bit more. Including the Cyber up here, who I very bravely did a BFG on. And then there are these pinkies we ran away from way at the beginning. I think it was at that point I was checking my kill count, and I'm like, wait, it's not right. Yeah, now I'm gonna go look for it. Have you guessed where it is? It's not an easy one to find. Very impressed if you know. Yep. The Archvile revived either a Mancubus as it was dying and falling off, or a Mancubus that was already dead and had fallen off. Because there are monster blocking linedefs there, as far as I can tell. And dead monsters can go through monster blocking linedefs. The game's like, well, it's dead, so who cares? But Archviles can revive through that. So anyway, the final section. I just run away from the cybers so that they centralize a little bit, and then I can run around them. And once you do your circle spray, you've won. So that's Haste. There is one more level, the bonus map. It's pretty short. Show that off whenever. So I would say Haste was pretty good. It really wasn't like crazy challenging by any means. I think it was a reasonable set. I don't think I would call it slaughter for the most part. I think it's more like this sort of Rivix-ish. Oh, you get sort of these smaller challenge maps. But, you know, Rivix makes a lot of stuff. So. Bemused, my bad. I said Insane Gazebo. I'm sorry. Yeah, Bemused made this one. Okay. Later.